Namaskar. This slide is about pathology of the thyroid gland. In earlier slide, we have studied about the physiology and anatomy of the thyroid gland, how what is T3 and T4 and how it is produced. Now this slide is about hypothyroidism. We have earlier studied about hyperthyroidism, that is increase in level of T3 and T4 in blood. Now this is about hypothyroidism, that is decrease in level of T3 and T4 in blood. So hypothyroidism is also known as hypometabolic clinical state. In this, the metabolic rate of the body decreases, and this is the clinical condition which the people manifest very easily. The symptoms which occur in this are, these are divided in two forms. One is cretinism and another one is myxedema. This cretinism is the congenital disorder and myxedema occurs in adulthood. If anyone is having hypothyroidism from the day he is born, then it is known as cretinism, and if it occurs later on after his life, then it is known as myxedema. In hypothyroidism, there will be production of less T3 and T4 in the blood. Now, the clinical manifestation will be according to this disease. First of all, we will study about cretinism, that is congenital hypothyroidism. So, cretin child with severe hypothyroidism present at birth or developing within 2 or 3 years of postnatal life. This is the period when brain development is taking place. So basically, in cretinism, the baby remains mentally retarded, and he is mentally and physically retarded. The word cretin is derived from the French word which means Christ-like, because these children are some like retarded and are incapable of committing sins. So the patient of hypothyroidism and with affected with cretinism will remain very much mentally and physically retarded, and it is known as that the patient cannot commit any sins. The patient remains very quiet and takes some time to grasp the knowledge. Now it is about etiopathogenesis of the cretinism. So this slide is about etiopathogenesis, that is congenital hypothyroidism are as follows. This can be due to developmental anomalies, and these anomalies can be thyroid agenesis, that is there is absence of thyroid gland in the baby since his birth. Next one is genetic defect. This genetic defect can be in iodine trapping, in oxidation, in iodinization, in coupling and thyroglobulin synthesis. These all are the factors which is necessary for formation of T3 and T4. Fetal exposure, these all are the defects which causes cretinism. First one is developmental anomalies, second one is genetic defect, third one is fetal exposure, that is fetal exposure of iodides and antithyroid drugs. Fourth one is endemic cretinism, in reason which with endemic goiter. This occurred due to lack of iodine in the day-to-day life which the mother takes during the pregnancy. Now we will come to the clinical feature of the hypothyroidism and clinical feature of the cretinism. So in this, this disease remain asymptomatic for few weeks to months since the birth. But as the child grows, then the symptoms appear like poor feeding, constipation, dry scaly skin, hoarse cry, bradycardia. The child ages very rapidly. Clinical picture of fully developed cretinism emerge characterized by impaired skeletal growth. The baby having cretinism remain shorter than the usual one, that is dwarfism, round face or the face like moon-like face, narrow forehead, widely set eye, flat and broad nose. Now the tongue remains big, and the abdomen is also ball shaped like. The neurological feature will be the baby will be deaf or mutism, spasticity, mental deficiency will be there. The patient will take more time to understand the thing and understand and grasp the knowledge. The baby will remain very much calm, and he will not understand the things as to the different children's. There will be hormonic change, In this hormonic change, the patient will get the low level of testosterone. And now if we will go for the findings, then we will find that there will be fall in T3 and T4 level. Now next one is myxedema. This myxedema is also hypothyroidism, but it occurs in adult age. So the onset is in adult one. The term myxedema means non-pitting edema. One is pitting and another one is non-pitting, which we can actually test by our fingers only. This non-pitting edema is due to accumulation of hydrophilic mucopolysaccharide in the ground substance of the dermis tissue. So mucopolysaccharide is accumulated in the dermis. Now etiopathogenesis of myxedema. So there are some lists given below in this slide, which is of two types. One is ablation, another one is autoimmune thyroiditis. Basically these all are the causes which causes the myxedema. One is ablation of the thyroid or the surgery of the thyroid, autoimmune thyroiditis, endemic or sporadic goiter, hypothalamic pituitary lesion, thyroid cancer, prolonged administration of anti-thyroid drugs during pregnancy, mild developmental anomalies, dysharmogenesis. So these all are the factors which causes myxedema in the baby or in the adult age. There will be appearance in the functional disorder of the thyroid gland. So basically, if we will conclude the earlier two slides, then it is the thyroid gland has two disease: hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism majorly have Graves disease, and there will be increase in level of T3 and T4 in blood. Now hypothyroidism has two types: cretinism and myxedema. Cretinism occurs in newborn baby since the birth. Myxedema occurs in adult age. Now there are according to them there are different functional changes in the body also. This is all about pathology of the pathophysiology of the thyroid gland. Thank you.